6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes. We've got Santa in the background ready to come on. It's Christmas Eve. He's delivered most of his presents. He's having a break to talk to us about Newcastle United, his second love, apart from Mrs. Claus, of course. Let's just jump straight into the chat, get that stuff out of the way. Thank you straight away for everybody who's decided on Christmas Eve they think it's a good idea to watch us two ugly mugs talk about football. So thank you very much for that. Hi all, Ches is in the house. Please remember to keep comments respectful. Super chats are available in the bottom right hand corner to donate. Join for 99p and enjoy the show. Hey, Ches from Leslie saying thank you for doing that. Gary V is obviously, he hasn't got much to do. He's recovering, so great to see you in the house, mate. Hopefully he's feeling better. In bed, Ches, but okay, that's all we wanted to hear. Happy Crimbo, everyone, from Dan, who'll get a chance to say that in person instead. Right, very quickly, if you haven't watched the interview from yesterday with Elton Welsby, please do so. The guy was an absolute legend, broadcaster, and his stories were brilliant. His impersonations were even better. The Cluffy one was fantastic. And he's also got his book out, eltonwelsby.com. Click on there. It takes you to Amazon. You can buy a Kindle for $9.99 and you can buy the hardback for $14.99. I have bought the book myself and it will be delivered after Christmas, so I'm looking forward to flicking through it. His best 11. Couldn't argue with any of it, to be fair. If that best 11 was playing these days, it would absolutely walk every single football match it plays in. The only way they wouldn't win a game is if it's against a Cartel 6 and it's all bent and, VAR gets in the way of it. Right. Enough of that. How's Santa?
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Green Giant.
Happy Christmas, everyone.
Yes,
good to see you.
Yes.
Hello,
too.
Baz. Good evening, sir.
Yes, very good. Thank you. Knackered. It's been a long day. Leslie says last night was gold. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a very easy conversation to have. It just flew. I did a little bit of research for it and had some sort of questions in my brain of what I was going to ask him, but it went better than I expected. And he even messaged back, and I was like, Jesus, this is well above my head. But very enjoyable podcast, well hosted. Merry Christmas again. That's what he sent me. I was just like, nice. Oh, thanks, mate. Someone from that background saying I did a good job, it kind of makes you feel a little bit happy, doesn't it?
Well, then, mate.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, this is mint.
Yeah.
Right, but we are here to discuss this. Obviously, it's the next
one. Oh, that's fantastic.
Good, isn't it? Definitely stolen. I didn't make it myself, but I think it's absolutely brilliant. And there's obviously a big talking point. Does J7 come back into the side? But we'll come to that a little bit later on. First of all,
just for kicks and giggles, has it been 3 days? Sorry.
Has it been 3 days?
Go back to the picture, mate. If J7 was to come back in the side, it would have to be 3 days. He's arisen.
I like it.
Sorry, that's the recovering Catholic in me.
Terrible joke. Only terrible because I didn't get it.
Yeah, no sweat.
Which was easy to do to me these days. I've had a few beers. I'll let myself off on this one.
Oh, there you go. Fantastic.
We had a pre-Christmas sort of with the family round at Claire's mum and dad's, and even though they're coming here tomorrow, we had all the nieces and nephews around and stuff like that. And then Claire's dad just kept on handing me beers, and obviously you do the right thing, you just take them.
Exactly.
You don't argue.
Cheers, Dad.
Yeah. Like, thanks. It's like, there's another beer bars. Oh, okay, thanks. And then the missus can't give you any looks either because it's from her dad.
Oh, exactly. No, hey, I can't turn down your dad, lass. I'm sorry.
Exactly. It's a win-win situation. I'll never see Jonathan. I personally think he's starting to look a bit more like a Star Wars.
Yeah, agreed. Yep.
Yeah, like standing next to Yoda in the Beyondness. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. He's a Jedi. He's a
Jedi, exactly.
Qui-Gon. Qui-Joe. Don't say Jogon. I don't want that. I don't. No, can't say that. So you keep talking.
Hey, it's all good crack. So Cup semi-final dates have been confirmed. First leg at the Emirates is on the 7th of January, 8 p.m. kickoff. It's a bit of a kick in the teeth for the away fans going down on Tuesday night to London, especially when I think we're playing in London that weekend as well, which makes it, a double journey basically. But the return leg is Wednesday, 8 p.m, 5th of February. So it's the same for them as well. They've got to travel up midweek. Congratulations to Arsenal, though. They've only put the ticket prices up by 30 pence for away fans, which is actually credible for them. So it's £30 and 30 pence, I think it is, for a away ticket. Because I don't think the rules are there for cup games like they are for Premier League games, where it's set at £30. So they could charge us whatever they wanted, I think.
It's a 1% tariff.
Is that what it is? Yeah. But so apparently they could have charged what they want, I think, and they could have went up to 50, 60. We could do the same, but hopefully we'll also honour what they've done for their fans as well. Because you want a full house, don't you? You don't want empty seats.
Goodness gracious, that's a ton of fixtures. I mean, the festive calendar is already full, but I mean, adding those two in the middle of all this is because we got the 7th of January against Arsenal. Then we've got Bromley on the 12th, on the 12th. Then we got Wolves on the 15th. Then Bournemouth on the 18th. Good Christ, that's a bunch of them. Yep,
love it. I had no idea who Elton was, but was blown away by his knowledge and his memory. Such a treat. Honestly, like I say, I mean, I only know him through Twitter, to be honest with you. He started following me and I was like, who's this guy? So I clicked on him and thought, I'll ask him if he wants to come on. He seems like I did a bit of research on him. I was like, Jesus, this is a bit of a big fish.
Did we figure out after the last show that he was from Granada?
Yes.
Back when Granada was a channel.
Yeah. Granada, World of Sport TV. He also did a bit of ITV and he did a bit of radio in Liverpool as well.
There you go.
And he covered most of the World Cups in the 80s alongside Sir Bobby Robson. So what a guy. And Jack Charlton, Jesus. Some of the names he was dropping. Brian Clough, I was just like, Jesus. Wow. What a guy you are. It was a fully enjoyable interview. So if you haven't watched it, please watch it. And please buy his book because he's got loads of stories in there. We'll come to that a bit later on. Jumping the gun there a bit. I thought I had another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's right. Right, press conference. That was done yesterday. Which is a bit early, I thought. But again, no one really wants to be doing press conferences on Christmas Eve.
On Christmas Eve, no.
But Eddie Howe, ahead of the media, when you were playing at home over the festive period, these games are brilliant, things to be part of. So, we are looking forward to the game. When you perform and play well, you want the games to come thick and fast. Obviously, that is very true. I mean, we had that international break, which really put brakes on our performances, didn't it?
Yep. And we're going to have another one smack dab in the middle of March, I think, or something. We're looking at all the different schedules. Many of the domestic leagues here in America, their schedules just came out. So all the talk in our area, for instance, is Leo Messi and Inter Miami are coming to play San Jose, the Earthquakes up in San Jose, which is only 50 miles away. But I mean, they're already trying to sell out the stadium. It's an 18,000 seat stadium. It won't have any problem selling out, and it'll be the first time or the second time since it opened in 2015 that it's sold out. So, it's a massive deal. So, we were looking at all those because we're trying to figure out which away games we're going to travel for Monterey Bay.
Love it. Love
Yep.
it. Merry Christmas to you, Paul. No matter that you're late, you can obviously watch it back, but you're only a few minutes late and we've only just got started. So,
Hello,
Elton,
Choppy.
hello, Choppy. It's very Australian, that, isn't it? Elton actually had the balls to call out the last show he was on, poor on every level, including journalistic integrity. Not easy in that industry. He did. He said it was very poor. Eddie, through black in my eyes, 2BE. Eddie and Choppy and Eddie. They just like talking to each other, don't they? Eddie Howe and Aston Villa. We had 2 games against Villa last season. This will be a very good challenge for us. I think they had good depth in their squad. They have some really good players. The style is very difficult to play against. Very well coached, very well drilled. Absolutely agree. We'll come on to their team selection of what it could be in certain players, but Villa are a threat. A massive threat. I mean, their Premier League form has been a bit like ours. It's been very up and down. But in the middle of that, their Champions League form is outstanding.
Yep.
So if they turn up and play like that, we've got a massive game on our hands, haven't we?
Yep. It'll be good crack for TV. I'll tell you that. It's a 7 o'clock in the morning game for us on the day after Christmas. So we'll see how many people get up and come to the pub and come to watch with us.
That's
why go to bed?
That's a hair of the dog day, that.
Exactly. So looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Unai Emery has taken Villa obviously to the next level. It's watching their progression over the last couple of seasons has kind of been like watching ours. And I thought at the beginning of the season that they were going to struggle in the Champions League like we did, because they were going to have problems, but they've had a couple of injury spells as well that have dampened their performances. But at the same time, they're coping with it where we found it difficult last season. They seem to be coming through the worst of it and coming out on top. So fair play to them.
Yeah. Eddie, on the festive period, we've obviously got Villa on Boxing Day, then we've got Manchester United, then we've got Spurs. I mean, you couldn't have asked for 3 difficult fixtures as that. But the great news is we've got an absolute cracking record against all 3 of them, really. Well, I say all 3 of them, 2 of them definitely, but Manchester United really look poor. So, I mean, we've got to be looking at this thinking, we play to our best. We should be coming out with worst case scenario, hopefully 6-7 points. Yep,
agreed.
I don't think we're going to get 9, because I think the festive period always throws up, weird results. So it wouldn't surprise me if we falter in one of the games, and it could be Boxing Day. But I think we beat Spurs at Spurs, and I think we beat Man United as well, to be honest with you.
At Old Trafford, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I know we haven't beaten there for so long since Carabao scored the winner in the league. I know we beat them in the Carabao Cup, but that is completely different. Right. But yeah, I'm confident, and I shouldn't be, because every time I get confident, something stupid happens. Eddie Howe and Jacob Murphy. Jacob is very selfless. He always plays for the team, really takes a buzz out of creating a goal. He has always been that way. Those qualities every team needs. I want him to be a little bit more selfish, because he can hit a ball.
Yeah.
And he surprises keepers, because he doesn't always have a massive backlift.
Right.
And the keeper's thinking, well, it's only Jacob Murphy.
Right.
And then bang. You know what I mean? Shit, where did that come from?
Yep. Lloris found that out.
He did. The Ipswich keeper found it out as well, didn't he?
Yep. That was fantastic goal as well against Ipswich.
Was.
Yep.
It was. And it wasn't an easy goal. I wasn't laid on the plate for him. The ball was behind him. He took a very good touch to get it out of his feet. And then he rifled it in off the bar. And the keeper couldn't react. He was past him before he even saw it, really. So,
and then you can't talk about Murphy in that game against Ipswich without mentioning the back heel for the hat trick. I mean, he was electric the other night.
He was, and I know we can't put him too high up, because he gets quickly knocked down. We know he's not the world-class right winger we all want. But right now, he's the best we've got. He's in form. And all we've got to keep doing is keep supporting him because, like all the players have said, what's said on social media does get fed down to them somehow. They do see it and it affects them. Look at Gordon. So let's just enjoy the moment where Murphy's actually playing well.
He's found himself a little bit of a purple patch. We have to keep supporting him in that. Let's go. Come on, mate.
Yeah. Yes, I was going to mention this, that John's mentioned that, but as I donated some money for that No Feast Christmas meals for those who are struggling. Thank you, John. I put £10 in from the channel for that as well, for 2 meals. That is on Facebook. I've shared the link. So if anybody else would like to do it, it's £5 for a hot meal for, someone who's living on the streets or struggling or whatever it is. So we've done 2 meals because that's what we had left over after paying off all the other stuff. So we've done that today. So if anyone can help, please go to, if you're not in our Facebook group, the link is in the description, guys. Just request it. As long as you've got something about Newcastle on your profile, you'll get added to it. Tara is now also head of everything in Facebook, along with a few other people, so she can do what she wants.
I mentioned it. Did she reach out to you? Good.
No, it was just last night. I was going to bed, and last thing I checked was the Facebook group. And then I noticed Tara had a comment, was the last comment in the group. And I went, right, bang, clicked on her, right, I'm going to sleep.
There you go.
And I was meant to message you to say I've done it. And I just thought, she'll see
I'll mention it to her after I get out of here. No problem.
I think it sends her a notification. I'm not 100% sure, but she's got all the access now. So watch out, everyone.
Mama T's in the house.
Exactly. And she can put in whatever she wants in there, but we do our best to raise money for charity, as we kept on saying. So please, if anyone can help out with that would be great. Murphy's inconsistent. He's not messy, but he plays with his heart and gives his very best for the game. Exactly, and that's the best way to describe Murphy. He's a great squad player.
And a Newcastle fan from childhood. So, I mean, give it to him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been a Toon fan, Toon supporter his entire life. So when he's doing well, we want to back that up. Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really care for Boxing Day. Everyone is pissed, but I watched Newcastle and the football results after that. Yeah.
Thanks.
I actually can't wait. Eddie Howe on team news. So Joe Willock is fine. To keep Joe fit for a sustained spell is now really important for him to get back into his very best level. It will take him a period of games. Nick Pope is doing okay. He has had a couple of injections in his knee. Quite when he will be fit is still difficult to get a definite. And I think I read Kraft is also doing quite well, and he should hopefully be back soon. So that is an injection that we really needed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, no pun intended on Nick Pope there.
But to be fair, Dubs has deputized very, very well.
He has. But he hasn't had a lot to do.
No.
What's the worst Christmas present you've ever got?
I'd have to think about that.
I can't think of one, to be honest with you. And I know that sounds really cheesy, but every Christmas present is a gift.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone put some consideration, some thought into you needed that, and therefore,
probably a knitted jumper, probably, because it's just it itches my skin, so they wouldn't. But, do you know what I mean? It's like, but again, I'm grateful for everything I ever got. So, because I knew how hard my parents had to work for stuff. So,
maybe a crap CD.
Never got music CDs. Parents never used to buy them because I used to always use LimeWire.
Right. Yeah. No,
I could just download that. I don't need that.
Back in my day, we had to go and buy them. No, I seem to remember maybe getting an off one, and it went into the back of the collection, and at some point you just kind of go, I think I'll sell that one.
Mine is free blank videos. I love that. That is back in the day stuff. Remember when he used to put a little bit of sellotape over it, so he used to,
so you could use it again. Yep.
Yeah. Brilliant. Oh my God, the cheat codes for that.
Choppy, was that for recording like Sky or ITV or something? To
Oh, it would have been back in the day, that wouldn't it?
Yep.
That was brilliant. Blade's in the house as well before he goes to work. Merry Christmas,
Blade.
mate. I hope you have a good one. I've missed the comment somewhere. Right. I did put the screenshot.
Yeah. I see a comment.
I love it. Right, I did put this one up earlier, but this is Aston Villa's form at Newcastle United. It is absolutely terrible. Now, I know what people are going to say to me. Laws of probability, there must be due one, blah, de, blah, de, blah, de, blah. But this is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 draws.
Yep.
3, 5, 8, 9 losses.
Yep.
I mean, the last time they beat us was when Lee Bowyer and Kieran Dyer had a fight on the pitch.
Correct. Yep.
And
we finished
we
the
down to
game
8
with
men.
8 men.
8 men because didn't
Wasn't
Taylor
Stephen
get sent
Taylor
off?
said, Taylor was sent off first for a double for a double yellow. Yep.
It was pretending that he didn't handball the ball on the line, but he did.
Yep.
And he went down like a sack of shit.
Yep.
Yeah. So
the whole match was shit.
Yeah, well, that was Bobby Robs, one of Bobby Robs. No, that was when
that was Graham Souness.
Yeah, it was one of his first games in charge, wasn't it?
And then we had the picture in front of the training ground the next day,
shaking
the hands. And Bauer shaking hands. So Bowyer, sorry, Bowyer.
Horrible, absolutely horrible. But that, I mean, considering there's a lot of the Mike Ashley era in there.
Yeah,
that is pretty poor from Villa. But they did go through a spell as well when they weren't fantastic, to be fair. They've obviously, since they sold Grealish, that's when they've kind of got their heads in front, and bringing Unai Emery in has been an absolute masterclass for them.
But looking at the, can you bring the fixtures up again?
Yeah.
Look at those fixtures. I mean, the 6-0, that was Andy Carroll's hat trick.
Yeah.
Then of course, the 5-1, that was Tonali scoring in the 6th minute, 7th minute on his debut, getting us off to the right start. I mean, and now he's back in the side. So, Villa can't be looking at our selections and thinking, oh shit. So I'm feeling pretty good. That does bode well.
One? My brother once got a car shampoo kit. When I said I don't have a car, he said, I know, but it was cheap.
That was brilliant.
That is fantastic. Any movie recommendations? I've seen Scrooge with Bill Murray. Yes, I'm going to say this loud and proud. Watch Die Hard. It's a Christmas movie.
You know what else is? First Blood, the first Rambo movie.
Yes.
Also took place at Christmas. And let's not forget Gremlins.
Yes, Gremlins, yeah.
My wife has outlawed the movie A Christmas Story. I don't know what you call it in England. The one with the Red Ryder, BB gun. You'll shoot your eye out. With the lamp, the shapely leg lamp. You know what I'm talking about? Little Ralphie. Oh shit! Remember. Okay. The kid gets dared on the recess ground to stick his tongue on the basketball pole or something, and then gets stuck because his tongue.
It is a Christmas movie.
Nick, yes, it is.
Oh my God, right. This is why it's a Christmas movie, right? I've had an argument with somebody online today. They said to me, it's not a Christmas movie because you don't know when it was situated, and it could have been the first week in December, because the only reason why it's associated to Christmas is because it's had a Christmas party in the building. And I said, well, how's Home Alone a Christmas movie? Home Alone is about a child who was left at home while the parents went on holiday, and he defended his house from getting robbed. How was that a Christmas movie? The only reason why it's a Christmas movie is because it was based at Christmas. His argument was
the festive period.
Yeah. Well, his argument was, well, they came home on Christmas Day and they all got reunited at the end, so it's a Christmas party. I said, well, I'll tell you what. Do you know what happened in Die Hard? It happened on Christmas bloody Eve, so it's a Christmas movie. And he says, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers!" It's a Christmas movie.
Or on our terrestrial cable stations, if you get the edited version, it's "Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon." I don't know what the hell that ever meant, but no, okay.
I love it. It's Hans Gruber who falls from the building. I don't get that one, but yeah, but it's
if you Clay.
Yeah, if you put Home Alone, if you put Home Alone in the summer, it could easily just be as good as what it was, and it wouldn't be a Christmas movie because it was based in the summer. So the only reason why it's classed as a Christmas movie is because it was based around Christmas time. Same as Die Hard. Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie because that was based around.
Exactly. I mean, come on, Dennis Franz at the end. Merry Christmas when he tears up the ticket. Yep.
Yeah.
He even says it.
Exactly. So there we go.
Facts. Just the facts, man.
Exactly. It's a Christmas movie. Just because it's an action movie and it's all about someone trying to rob a building and rob all the gold out the bottom of it, doesn't make it less of a Christmas movie.
Bearer bonds.
Christmas movies aren't always about Christmas trees and all that sort of stuff, are they? So, or the third one was all about the gold, wasn't it?
Yep. So we did a Christmas movie trivia at the pub the other night.
Go on.
And they asked 5 questions from different movies, and the movies that they chose, the first one was Home Alone, the second one was Elf, the third one was it was I think there were 4 movies of the 6 that I had never seen. I've never seen Elf,
Elf is brilliant.
Only because Will Ferrell is a brand of comedy that I
love Will Ferrell.
I liked him on Saturday Night Live. So many of his movies, I can't. I can't
Big Brother, Step Brother, brilliant.
Step Brothers, that was fantastic. No, the one, of course,
the Lego movies,
right?
The Lego movies are brilliant.
Frank the Tank, going streaking in Anyway, so
love it.
What about Villa again?
Yes, let's get back to that. I've lost where we were. Poor record. Last time they beat us was 2005. It was a 3-0 defeat. 8 men left on the pitch. Absolute crazy. So it's another thing that I love about this fixture is that we always have a good result against Villa at home. And to be honest with you, a draw wouldn't be that bad of a result, to be honest with you. But, I'd rather we won. But, this is a 6-pointer. I did put that in the title. This is a 6-pointer on Boxing Day because when we see the league table, we can go a point ahead of Villa, or Villa can go 5 points ahead of us. So it makes it a very, very interesting. Bad Santa is a good one. Grinch is brilliant as well. It's a Wonderful Life. Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
Wizard of Oz isn't a Christmas movie. Anchorman is unreal. Yes, I agree with that. Absolutely.
That was a Christmas movie?
Nope, but it's just an unreal movie.
Will
Ferrell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ron Burgundy. Yep.
Yeah, Ron Burgundy.
Keep it classy, San Diego. Yep. Got it.
And he reads everything from the teleprompter. I just love that one. So last matches, Villa are on form, won 4, lost 1. We've drawn 1, lost 1, won 3. The percentage, I'm actually quite shocked at this. I know Villa have had a bit of a bad spell at St James's Park, but they're in very good form. But 50% for a Newcastle win, 24% for the draw, 26% for Aston Villa, which I find very crazy. Zoolander, oh God, yeah.
The chat has gone nuts.
It has.
The chat is schizophrenic at this point.
Oh, there we go. Here's a question. Here's back to Christmas movies. Do you get the same movies as we get in the UK? I reckon
I said pretty much
do, to be fair.
Pretty much. Yep.
A lot of them American anyway, aren't they? Like good Christmas movies, to be fair. Do you get a load of Hallmark films? That's.
I don't. I stay away from the Hallmark Channel because all of the films have the same plot. Rich city girl goes to visit family. Falls in love with the country bumpkin. The fiance shows up to try and win her back, but no, it's all the same. And then you go and watch Lifetime movies, and it's all man bad, woman good. And again, that's not a political statement at all. I'm just saying that all of the plots are formulaic, and it's as a guy who lives in a house with 4 ladies or for four women, I understand the popularity. I do.
What's that crap you've been watching, Claire? What was that movie you were watching last night?
Was it The Princess Baby or something? The
Princess's Baby. There was like 2 of them. It's like this person from America who's a reporter, goes over to this country, falls in love with the king, ends up, it's Christmas, And then the next one is she's pregnant, and I was just like, yeah, I've already given you the plot for it. But she was very happy watching the Hot Santa. What was one that you want? Hot Frosty. That was another one she watched. It's a man sculptured in ice, turns into a real person, and he's fit, and then she falls in love with him and all this kind of stuff.
So Pinocchio on ice.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But I just sit down there, I watch it and go, hit acting. That was really bad. That's the plot. Good night.
What kills me about the Hallmark movies, and I say this with all due credit to the actors in the Hallmark movies, but a lot of them, the female lead in the show is normally like a background character on some other program, so like on NYPD Blue, the lady who's the receptionist for the department, all of a sudden she's the lead in a Hallmark movie, and she's some popular advertising executive or something like that, and she goes to visit family in New Hampshire, and the car breaks down, and then she falls in love with the repair truck man or something. Just, they're all the same. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry, anybody who's watching. I don't mean that to be disrespectful or anything. It's just formulaic.
Oh, by the way, I bought the Christmas album.
What's Christmas
on
album?
My chocolate salty balls. I bought the South Park album. It was brilliant.
Isaac Hayes was brilliant as chef.
Yeah,
he was just brilliant.
Yeah, I bought the album. That was
there. You go, Chez. Yep, Chez knows what I'm talking about.
2002, I think, when I bought that album. That's how long ago
sounds
it was.
Sounds about right. Yep.
Yeah, brilliant. Hey, here's a stat for you. Newcastle 16, Aston Villa 15 have lost more Premier League games on Boxing Day than any other side in the competition's history. That's incredible.
Wow.
And we're facing each other, so someone's it's got draw written all over it, hasn't it?
Yeah. I just hope it's a challenge. I'm throwing it out right now. I'm calling him out. Paul Whitecross, you better show up to the pub. Paul and I have been friends for 25 years, and he is a massive Villa supporter. And,
yes, you said that yesterday.
And I said, you have to show up. So,
Goal the movie. I've never seen it.
You've never seen Goal?
Nope, won't watch it.
The one you can't watch either of the sequels. Goal 2 and Goal 3 don't even bother. But the first Goal movie was pretty good. It was fun, and that's not the reason why I'm a Newcastle supporter, folks. I was a fan long before that. Purely Belter was a great film too.
Exactly.
Oh no, Alan! No, Alan! What was it? Celine Dion? What was the CD that was in Alan's Jaguar that the two
yes,
did?
Yes, it was.
I think it was Celine Dion, and they were going through a CD collection, and they were like nonplussed. I think it was a dig at him after he was. What was it? He and Lineker were at dinner, and he was singing "All Night Long" into a breadstick.
Yes,
by Lionel Richie. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Great music taste, Alan. Purely Belter is brilliant.
Yep.
Newcastle have lost their last 3 Boxing Day home games. Great.
True.
Thanks for this stat. Including a 3-1 loss against Nottingham Forest last year. That was when, obviously, he hit the hat-trick. Aston Villa have lost on Boxing Day in each of the last 3 seasons, conceding 3 goals in each defeat. Only once have they lost on the day in 4 consecutive league campaigns. That was between 1932-33 and 1935-36.
Wow.
So we've got to extend that as best as we can.
I guess when was the last time Newcastle had 2 4-0 back-to-back games? 2 games where they kept this clean sheet and scored 4. It's been I think we'd have to dig way into the archives to find that one.
I think so. Injury updates. According to this, Joe Linton could be out with a facial injury. I think he's going to be okay to be back because it wasn't mentioned. But Nick Pope, Kraft, Lascelles, Wilson, as we know of. For Villa, Carlos and Ramsey. So it's a very, very short injury list for them.
They've got a lot of options. Yep.
Yeah. Anthony Taylor will referee Newcastle United's Boxing Day clash. I am not a fan of Anthony Taylor at all.
Hey, as long as it's not David Coote. Oh, too soon? No, I'm not an Anthony Taylor fan. Wasn't Anthony Taylor the fourth official? He was a fourth official in a match the other day that we watched at the pub, and it just every time he was on screen, I was just like seething.
Not
So
a fan
no,
of
I'm
him.
not no.
Games in all competitions: 50, 218 yellow cards, 9 red cards. Ian Husson and Neil Davies are the assistant referees, and the fourth official is Leah Doherty. VAR, Graham Scott. And VAR assistant, Mark Scholes. Not too sure who all they are, to be honest with you.
No. I'll be honest and say I don't know anybody else on the officiating team other than Anthony Taylor.
But we do not like the referee.
No. True.
Right, let's bring a surprise guest in.
Hey.
Hey guys.
Hey John.
Yeah, I'm down in Dallas. I've been rained on a lot.
Oh no.
How you feeling, mate?
Oh, pretty good. We got down here last night, and yeah, it's been good. Seeing family.
Good.
Seeing family.
That's what it's all about.
I realized what time it was. I was like, I gotta get on.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, good guys.
We were just about to go into team selections.
Yes,
oh,
what we're just about to do. So this is going
to
be fun.
Or do we have to talk about Dire Crow first? Yep.
Oh, that's a good point. Actually, let's get the sponsorship stuff out of the way. We love our sponsors, so don't forget to subscribe. That's the first one.
The only reason why I mentioned it.
Hey,
I love that one. I got it too.
Don't forget there's a membership option. This helps to run the channel, and then anything on top of that goes to charity, just like the £10 that we donated for hot meals. Diacro, use code BAZ20 for 20% off to get anything from Diacro. Some of their merchandise is absolutely amazing. Link is in the description below. As Dan points out, his t-shirt again.
Yeah.
We also have, of course, football prizes, an absolute fantastic sponsorship.
Tonight.
I know. This ended tonight at 7:30. I don't know when they're going to draw it. Probably Boxing Day. I can't imagine they'll be working tomorrow. But keep an eye out for any prizes from these guys because they're unbelievable. And then we've got our night. Woo! 16th of January, £10 a ticket. Email superfandan831@gmail.com for a ticket. You don't have to pay straight away. Just get your name on the list. Get a chance to come down, get pictures taken with these two great guys. And we also get to ask loads of questions to Luke Edwards and batter his head about the January transfer window.
Hey, Baz, anyway, can we update the poster and put Luke Edwards' name, or are we banking on everybody knowing who that is?
It's a good point. I can have a look, see if I can squeeze it in somewhere.
Right under the bridge or right above the bridge.
Yeah, I just assume people will know who he is. But there we go. And we do mention his name every single time we put the poster up.
Yes, we do.
And I tag him into everything as well. He's probably getting annoyed at that.
But just shout out, guys. We've got 60 tickets and just over half of them are sold. So we want to see you. Come out and listen to us talk to Luke Edwards. And of course, we John and I always love getting to meet fellow Newcastle supporters and native Geordies and like having good crack. So good to see you. And it's all for a good cause.
A lot of drinks, all for a great cause. Stanley Deaf Club and the NFC Food Bank will be the beneficiaries of all the money. We'll also have an amazing raffle on, which I need to start 2 weeks before, so I'll get that started just after January. Paul Gascoigne signed shirt and Alan Shearer and Nobby Solano signed photograph, and hopefully if John can get his hands on it, there could be a full signed Newcastle shirt. But that is a third prize that we're not going to fully advertise until we know we've got a hold of it. But there are definitely going to be 2 amazing prizes on offer.
Am I required to have the striped beard that night, or can I just come as Santa?
You can come as Santa. You can do whatever you want, mate. It's entirely up to you. Bit of wondering.
I can't remember if it's Boots or I don't know if it's Boots or what's the other one? The other druggist that I need to go to get the black spray.
Oh God! It's
not Boots.
Superdrug.
That's the one.
Yeah. I think it might be that one.
Yep.
We're gonna beat Villa. We are gonna beat Villa. We are going to beat Villa. Let's keep saying it. We're going to beat Villa. I'll start selling them just after the new year because I haven't had a chance to do it. I need to get it all sorted, pictures taken and all that sort of stuff. Right, let's get on to Aston Villa's potential team. Very dangerous team. I watched the full game against Man City, and they were absolutely excellent, especially Yuri Tillemans, who was a player that I think everybody on this show said I wouldn't sign him because of his work ethic. But Emre has got an unbelievable tune out of him.
Yeah.
And another man who left Man City to obviously get first team football, Morgan Rogers, he looks very, very dangerous as well. You've got Duran up front, who is probably one of the hottest strikers in the league at the moment, scoring every 78 minutes. I think his score ratio is at the moment, which is mental. But they do have their frailties. I mean, their defense isn't exactly as strong as it could be. I mean, Matty Cash playing at right back, he's all right. John McGinn playing on the right hand side. Obviously, that's where we're going to win the game, is down their right hand side or left hand side. Lucas Digne, obviously another player that we didn't want to see sign, but he seems to have come alive again, and they've probably got one of the best goalkeepers in the world, who's pulled off one of the unbelievable saves of the century a couple of games ago.
He's a bit of a prick, though.
Yeah, he is. I agree, Dan. I don't like the guy at all. I don't like the guy at all.
I did not like his World Cup celebration at all. I did not.
Right.
No, it was very disrespectful to where it was,
Literally.
wasn't it? And,
yeah.
But
especially
it's a good team,
Qatar.
isn't it?
That was filthy.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's just who he is, I guess.
Dingy.
It's who he is. But if we can put one past him, more than one would be nice. Can you not hear me? Can you not hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, Dan's froze.
Yeah, I think he did. He froze.
You can tell he's froze.
He's up. There he is. He's back.
He's back again.
He froze again, but we saw a little movement.
I love it when stuff like this happens. You're only supposed to blow the bloody back doors off. Yeah, you're freezing a lot, Dan. I'll pop him out for now until he sorts himself out.
Okay.
I'm not a betting man. Ran 6 bookmaker shops in the 90s. I'm like Gary V. I'd be very happy with 3 points. I'd be astounded with 3 points.
Yeah. Anything a draw or above is just terrific.
It's tough side. So we've got really one big talking point with the Newcastle side is, does J7 come straight back in if he's fit enough, or do we start Willock? And I mean,
I got the prediction right last time. I said Willock would start, or at least I wanted him to start, and he did over Longstaff. I think Joe Linton comes right back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. I think if he's fully fit, I think J7 walks back into the team, even though Willock is putting 2 very good performances recently. But I think it's a lot to ask of him to play. And I know a lot of people say, well, he's a professional, he should be able to do it. But he's played Wednesday, Saturday, and then playing Sosu again. I'm not too sure if his body can handle it.
Well, he went out early. So he didn't have the whole match when he got hurt.
He didn't, but it's still a lot to ask, isn't it?
I fully expect him to be there. I just fully expect it. But I trust Eddie to make the right move. Yeah. So,
or whatever move it is, I'll be happy with. I don't mind if it's J7. I don't mind if it's Willock, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Either one of them. I mean, J7 does deserve to come back in because his performances have been pretty good recently, haven't they?
Yeah, well, he had to sit out one, didn't he? Or is that coming up?
He just sat one out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dan's back.
Sorry, internet crapped out for whatever reason. I had to read.
It's all right. Yep. It happens. We're saying that there's probably only going to be one talking point for the team, which is either J7 or Willock starting. We're both pretty happy for either one of them to start. Do you have any preference of who you would start at the weekend?
I think Joe Willock has shown in the last couple of games that he's still getting fit. So I think if J7 is available, I think that's who we'll see. Then again, I won't be surprised at all if we see Longstaff.
I think if J7's not fit and it's between Willock and Longstaff, then you've got a chance of Longstaff starting. But I think if all three of them are in the mix, I don't think we see Longstaff starting. I think we see him off the bench again.
And I'm looking forward at Sunday, away at Old Trafford. I'm sure Eddie is looking at keeping his powder dry as well. So if J7's, if his facial injury is not bugging him as much, he wasn't not fit. It was just the injury. He kept bleeding and they had to take him off. He got stitches. So if he's able to play, then I would say J7 is probably going to start. I think Willock will be the option off the bench.
Yeah. There's a brilliant comment coming up here. Joe Smash. Do you know what? I was watching the darts last night, and it's completely off topic, but with Smash has come in there because one of the players' nickname is Smash, and one of the players who was up there was called Gilden, and someone called him Gilf. And then all I heard was Smash afterwards. It was Smash Gilf Smash. I was just like, that is fucking brilliant. She's absolutely on herself on the darts commentary there. I was fantastic. Like, oh my days. But Joe could be the new Scarface, couldn't he? Yeah. No one wants to mess with him. It does.
And he'll be up against John again. So that would be
a battle.
Quite a show off. Yep.
Honestly, it was one of the funniest things I've ever heard on the darts, and she quickly changed herself and said what she was meant to say. But I was like, too late. You said it. I heard it. Oh, I was creasing. It was the Gilden, and I can't remember who he was playing against, but Gilden won 3-0. I think he was very, very good. If you're into your darts, I love my darts. Who was next keeper in line in case
Doug gets
injured?
I would think it'd have to be Odie.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Rudy after that. We all love Joe Linton. He's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
He was the Gilfs who played. There's plenty of them. Right. Everyone's been complaining about Eddie Howe and about form, and now we've started getting some form. But I thought I'd show this table because I think this is very interesting. This is since the 1st of November. And we're sitting in 6th.
Yep.
14 points. Man City, 4 points, bottom of the league.
Yep.
Wow.
Look where Brighton are as well. 14th.
Yep.
Villa, 13th. Some of these teams that are in the mix with us are literally behind us in the form table at the moment. Man United, Tottenham, Fulham. Then you look ahead of us and you think, how the hell are Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest there? But they are.
They are. But they've been so much fun to watch.
They have. Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm all for it. I love the fact that they're doing well. I just think, when you've got people slating Eddie Howe and the job that he's doing, because those two teams are doing well, I think it's very disrespectful for those teams and those managers because they're getting a tune out of their players. And we've been very stop-start. But you can't that's since the 1st of November. That's nearly 2 months of fixtures.
Yep.
We've got 14 points out of 8 games.
Yep.
And we're 6th in the form table. So, it could look even better by the new year. It could look worse. But at the moment, right now, what is there to really complain about?
Now.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. They're all too young, me. Not the players I've seen in the pubs.
Are we still talking about Gilfies? Are we still talking about Gilfs?
In the chat, they are. It just makes you love more than all the previous. Yes, exactly.
The chat has been schizophrenic all night, John.
Oh, how bad.
Nuts.
It's been funny. I want to see the Greek goalie. We've got 5 goalies on the books. I want to see the Greek goal. See, I'm not bothered if he is in goal or not because we did that deal to help Forest out, and Forest bought. I know they got Anderson, and they got a great player, but they also helped us out by the fee that we paid for them and stuff like that. So it was we didn't want to sign the keeper. We were just helping them out. Some good news. Finally ordered the new away third kit today since they were on offer. Finally, I know. I got the stripy one. It's beautiful.
Yep. You were wearing it in the last show.
I was. It's got Tonali on the back. I love Tonali.
I got replicas that say Superfan Dan on the back.
Brilliant.
But I want to try on pro stuff while we're there. because I didn't want to screw that up, seeing as we didn't know the sizing.
Yeah.
I am not a 5XL, guys, but that's what I had to order in Castor to get the length of the jersey I needed.
Yeah, I'm a 2XL when I go over there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But actually, the recent ones from Adidas, I'm an XL. I'm back to that. That's great.
Yep.
Those fit very well. They fit really good.
Brilliant. Without starting a massive debate again and knocking the chat off, John, Die Hard, Christmas movie or not?
I'm going to have to say yes.
Yeah. Full House.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's enough of a thing.
Yep.
Exactly. Right.
Bruce isn't doing so well, so you got to honor the guy and what he's done over the years.
Bruce Willis is fantastic. It's a Christmas movie. Let's leave it at that. Here's the table. So this is why I say it's a 6-pointer, because we're sitting in 8, 2 points behind Villa, same amount of games played. We've got a better goal difference. If we beat them, we go a point ahead of them. If they beat us, there's a 5-point gap, and then that starts to make it a lot more difficult trying to catch that top 5 spots. So this is a very important game, and this is why I would say this is a must-not-lose game.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
So a point would be a good result, but we all know Villa's form and what it's been like at St James's Park. We all want the 3 points, but looking at how tight that table is getting, it's a must-not-lose game for me.
I think we want it more than they do. I think we're gonna want it more. When everybody shows up on Boxing Day, they're gonna want it more, and I just think we're gonna get some points.
Baz, can you show John the form between us and Villa? Can you pull that graphic up again?
I wish. I unfortunately delete them after I've used them.
Oh,
so
okay.
They don't clog up the system. But John, basically, they haven't beat us since 2005 at St James's Park.
Oh, I did see that list. Yeah, somebody put something out on Twitter or something, and I did see a list of our recent games with them. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's something like we've won 60% of them and drawn 40% of them, but we haven't lost since 2005.
Hey, they're not going to want to come up and play us right now.
No, definitely not. But we also don't really want to play them right now because they're in a bit of rich vein of form. And it always takes me back to last season when we beat them, very, very comfortably. Sir Alex Ferguson said, "I was very impressed with Villa today," and everyone and all of us on the show, every single Newcastle fan were like, "He's had too much to drink. What the hell is he talking about?" And then look what Villa did. They ended up in a Champions League spot that season.
Yeah.
So it just shows you, even though they got hammered, they actually did play quite well that day, and we were just clinical. And that's what the difference will be on Boxing Day, won't it? It will be who's the most clinical in front of goal. You've got to take your chances because each side can punish each other. That's how tight this game is for me.
I want an early goal again. Come on, guys.
Early goals are brilliant, aren't they? It does. Right, guys, we're coming near the end of the show. Can you get your score predictions in the chat, please? I'm going to come to you guys, but first of all, we're going to hear from the man who's missing.
Good evening, everyone, and I would like to wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas. I hope you have such a fantastic day tomorrow, and more importantly, a very healthy New Year. Boxing Day prediction. I think it's going to be a very, very tough game at home. I think Aston Villa are in form. We're in form. I'm looking for both teams to score. I'll go for a 2-2 draw. There you go. All the very best, and how are the lads?
It's the first time I've seen it. I didn't realize he was going to go Desmond, but there we go. Desmond 2-2. You like that one, don't you? Gary's gone 4-1. 1 hour, 7 minutes since. Oh, yeah. Santa's been everywhere. I've been watching him fly around on his sleigh on the computer. It's great. 3-2 win, 3-1 to Newcastle. Isak hat-trick. 2 hat-tricks in a row.
That would be fantastic.
Wouldn't it be?
And then he'd only be one. Then it'd only be 1 goal behind Shearer's all-time record for
Yes.
number of goals in a calendar year.
In the calendar year, yeah.
Yep.
He'd be pretty high up in this year's goals too.
Yep.
Yeah,
For
he will be.
all of the Premier League.
Yeah. Well,
Probably being second.
I think Salah's going to win that, to be honest with you. I think he's in fantastic form.
Yeah, he looked
You laughed at us when we went down. You're getting stuff like a turkey crown back too. I think we're forgiving them for all that now. 3-1 to the Toon, 4-2 to the Toon. Love it, Morgul. That was very good. Thanks, JK, mate. I wish nothing but the best for you and those the closest to you. In one day time, it will all be over. Thank you. I don't know. I just put all the comments up. Right, come on, John. What's the score going to be?
I think we're going to take them 3-1. I think, yep, both teams are going to score goals, just like Ian said, but I feel really good right now. I just think our crowd is going to be behind them. We're on a roll right now. We're playing really good. We're playing solid. And I just think we're going to take it 3-1.
I hope so. It's a good score line. It's not one of those ones where your heart is pounding and your bum's twitching, thinking you're going to concede. So that I like that. What are you going for, Dan?
I'll agree with John. I think we're in a rich vein of form right now. I think we've got goals in us. The only issue is I think we'll give up a fluky goal. I was determined that both Leicester and Ipswich were going to give us at least one goal. You know, that we were going to have to give up because, you know, they get a chance or something like that. Unfortunately, both teams failed in that regard. I don't put that past Villa. I think Villa, Duran could get one. So I'm going to agree with John and say 3-1. I think in front of our crowd, I think we're going to smash it, but I think we'll give up at 1. Yep.
I love it. No, I'm not at the game. Unfortunately, couldn't get tickets, and also getting up on a Boxing Day, it's very difficult when you don't drive, so it's not for me. Thank you for the show again. Great show as always, and everyone who was part of it too. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year when it comes around. Just stick with a Merry Christmas because you'll see us before New Year, I'm sure of it. But thank you for that. Same to you folks. Baz and Dan, John, have a great Christmas. Thank you. Ian, thank you for that. I'm going to try and do a watch along, but we'll have to wait and see what happens through the day because kids and family and all this sort of stuff. My score prediction, it's a tough one, this one, isn't it? It really is. I don't want to disrespect Villa in any way because they're in fantastic form. They're a great team. But we need to make St James's Park a fortress again, which we have started to do. We've started to score goals again. I think it'll be tight, but I'm going to go 2-1 to Newcastle. I think it'll be a 2-1. Fingers crossed it'll be a watch along. And if we lose, though, I'm quitting them because I'm obviously bad luck.
Fair enough.
What time do we kick off? I believe it's 3 o'clock kickoff,
isn't
it?
The 3 o'clock kickoff for you guys, 7 a.m. on the west coast of the United States here.
9 a.m. for me.
Just treat it like a derby day and just get drunk from 6 o'clock in the morning.
No doubt.
Oh, it's live on Amazon. That's even better. So that means it'll be. Oh, is that the little imp?
The little man.
Yeah, that's Kian.
I didn't realize Kian was up and walking.
Oh man, he's all over the place.
And again, he's almost 3, isn't he?
No, he's almost 2. He
Wow.
Well, actually, he's I don't know. April he turns 2, so he's got a few months.
There you go.
He's
like 8 months, a year and 8 months.
I love it.
Wow.
Right. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Hit the thumbs up button. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. And the chat has been absolutely amazing. Thank you again to the mods who have been great all year.
Thanks, Les. Thanks, Lee.
Yeah. Ches, everyone, Mogul when he gets a chance as well. Everyone who does a great job and has supported us over the year. Di Crow especially as well, giving us gift cards to be able to give to you members.
Thank you, Mr. Spinney.
Spinney's a brilliant guy. He's our first sponsor. And it's why I love shouting him out all the time because he's a great guy. And of course, don't forget about football prizes. I know this one's finished, but they will have more unbelievable prizes out. And finally, if you want to meet these two in person, here's your chance. The best chance to do it as well, because on match days, they're everywhere. But when they're going to be pinned down to one pub, where this is going to be at Newcastle Benfield Football Club, You've got the chance to ask them anything you want, and also a chance to meet Luke Edwards, and also talk about the January transfer window. It's only a tenner, and all the money is going to Stanley Deaf Club and the NUFC Food Bank.
And more importantly, Dan and I want to meet you.
Exactly. Yep.
Come on.
Absolutely.
It's not about us. We love y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. They're not talking to me, by the way. They're talking to you guys in there.
Yep. I'm looking at Chaz. I'm looking at Lee. I'm looking at Les. I'm looking at Caitlin and Nick. I know they're coming. So
Chaz is over like other country. He won't be able to do it, unfortunately. But there's
Gary,
plenty of other people. Yeah, we all want to see you. We all want you to come down, support the charities, and also get to meet these two lovely guys and get to meet Luke Edwards
and share a pint. Come on,
share a pint. Exactly, cheap pints as well. £2 a shot.
Oh
£2
man,
a Jaeger bomb.
That's trouble.
Oh, and don't forget about Elton Welsby, who I did an amazing interview with yesterday. Please watch it if you get a chance and buy his book, because there are some cracking stories in there. And his stories about Brian Clough, Bobby Robson, Sir Alex Ferguson. His world 11, his best ever 11, that players that he's seen, that he picks out, is absolutely incredible. So if you get a chance to rewatch it, please do so, and please buy his book if you can. I bought one, and I can't wait to read it, even though I hate reading, but I will read that one. There we go. Would love to, Dan Bram in South Africa. I knew he was somewhere.
Yep.
I always forget. I'm really bad at remembering things like that. I will try and do the watch along on Boxing Day. If not, we will definitely be live I've got a great show lined up on the 27th. I have Henry Winter, the voice of Newcastle United, who does the commentary. He's coming on to review the game, and we also get a chance to ask him as many questions as we want about his job and what he does and his love for Newcastle United. So check out for that, guys, if you don't see us on the watch along.
I'm going to try and do a watch along on TikTok as well.
Yes. So if you don't want to watch me and you want to watch Dan, go to our TikTok channel, because he'll be doing live from the pub, which is even better than me doing it live from my front room. But to everyone, and especially you two on the screen, everyone, a Merry Christmas. And thank you, as I said, for everything you've done for us this year. We've managed to raise over £6,700 for charity in 3 years, which is just unbelievable. And we're going to carry on doing it as best as we can. So thank you.
Cheers all. Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.